Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, Season 2 Picard, first episode, what you think?
This was a winner.
Winner.
I liked it. I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was shit.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, we were having too much fun.
I read some reviews where people were just like saying like, oh yeah, they really leave the android thing behind and don't mention it. It got mentioned at least twice.
Yeah, a couple times.
And I'm going to complain about it all season.
I do think that was a dumb decision, but we're here now. So
I'll give him one more episode for Q to fix it.
Yeah,
I expected him to fix it this episode, but maybe next episode.
God damn it, Picard. Like, what have you done to yourself?
Yeah, he's like, I can feel my heartbeat. Oh, so you did this, didn't you, Q? It's all it would take. Yeah. That would be a better explanation than I chose to grow older.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll get to Guinan. There, not to say there weren't some things in this episode I didn't like. But.
Yeah.
Elorians age so very slowly.
Yes, but only if we choose to. I noticed that humans don't like to be reminded of their mortality, so I try to keep up.
This episode starts out where they're dealing with this ship.
Yeah.
And it's the Stargazer.
Yeah.
And it's just getting fucked.
Yeah, getting pummeled.
And then Picard's there and he's all like, shit, better order self-destruct.
Mm-hmm.
48 hours earlier. I'm just like, oh, wow, this is the Jonathan Archer special.
Yeah, definitely the in medias res kind of thing. I don't think they needed to do that at all.
No.
I do think this episode would have been slightly better if we just started on the vineyard.
Well,
I don't think I needed to know everything was going to go to shit.
I was interested in the mystery of this anomaly, but knowing what it was and being able to figure it out because, like, green.
Yeah, it's either the Romulans or the Borg, okay? Yeah. And it's not the Romulans.
Yeah, I was pretty knew that was going to be the Queen. And also, she's cast.
Yes.
We pay attention to this kind of thing, guys. If you're going to leak the information, we're going to read it.
Yeah.
So they're on the vineyard, it's the end of the season, they're collecting the rest of the grapes. Were the grapes transported behind him?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was weird.
I quite liked that.
It's like he's playing with them and then it's just like turns around and it's like, beam. I'm like...
Yeah, they were getting beamed into those floating platforms that were moving through, and that was neat.
That's just...
And it's something that Renee would never have allowed.
If you go back to the whole argument about transporters and how they just clone you and kill your original self, are those even fresh grapes anymore?
I don't know. Like, could he just Riker method and double his yield? Like,
yeah.
What do we do here? So
we got Laris there, sassy Iron Romulan girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already in love.
I know, but she wasn't even as sassy this
well, no, because she's got some emotions going, Chris.
She's got the hots for him.
They're having a late night drink.
Mm-hmm.
And it all comes out, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's very forward. It's like
my husband died off screen in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
But remember that Romulans don't suffer loss as humans do. We love deeply. And then we honor that love by loving again. Even more deeply still.
That's weird. Like to say that like Picard, like for one,
Picard's like 90.
You haven't even kissed him. You're not in a relationship. You're not holding hands.
Yeah.
You don't jump out and be like, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I really felt that was written by George Lucas because it's just like episode 1 dialogue there. And
I don't like nanoprobes. They're coarse and rough and irritating. They assimilate you everywhere.
Everywhere.
You are in my very soul, tormenting me. If you're suffering as much as I am, please tell me.
If you follow your thoughts through to conclusion, it'll take us to a place we cannot go, regardless of the way we feel about each other.
Then you do feel something.
Obviously, as an android, he has forgotten how to kiss because, like, he's leaning in. I was like, trajectory's off.
Of course, correct.
Nothing interrupted him. Like,
he just didn't do it.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, my body's too old to keep leaning, except it's brand new. Maybe that's why she's into him because he's a fully functional android now.
Oh yeah, maybe.
We see Picard give a speech in the uniform at Starfleet Academy. We see Eleanor's the first Romulan.
Yeah, we just kind of dumped him off at
first
daycare.
Full Romulan in Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
Canon locked.
Canon.
So when this shows up in a prequel,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, cannon call,
Yeah.
red flag.
Oh, red flag. Yeah. So we've dropped Elmore off at daycare for the entire season. We won't be seeing him, and that's fine.
Here, actually, everything in this episode, it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
like Soji's off doing her thing, and Agnes is off doing their thing. Doesn't matter because you're all going to Earth in Q's little playground.
Yeah.
So every like little where are they now? Don't matter. It's just to see them again. Raffi's got an Excelsior ship. That's cool.
Same ship, keeping him under your wing, mate.
That boy's absolute candor can get his ass kicked. So, I'm protective of him.
Frankly, I find it very pleasing.
Rios has got his Stargazer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Rios is fucking cool.
Still got a cigar, rocking a cigar.
I was immediately like kind of like, are you gonna be smoking on the bridge? Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But like I can see like we've done my thing is tea, my thing is Ractaginos, my thing is coffee, and like this guy like you can have my thing is a cigar.
Yeah.
And I'm just a cool fucking dude with a cigar.
She's like, what does the sensor say? Captain.
But
I'm sorry, is this bothering you?
You'll notice it never smoked.
No,
It was
he
some
never
kind
lit
of-
it.
No, he had it. Like it was doing something.
He was playing with the cigar. Oh, honestly, a lot of people's cigars like just have it in their mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
And
moral
I was watching for that because if he's smoking on the bridge, I was feeling like, that's kind of weird for Starfleet. But I think it's just some kind of future e-cig type thing.
Oh no, that's
I think
real.
it's just
That's real cigar.
there.
It
Yeah.
looks like it's got the whole thing to it.
I
What he does is when he completes a mission, then he lights it.
Okay.
But until then, he's just like,
Yeah, because I noticed he had a lighter, but it wasn't lit and it wasn't smoking, and I was just fixated on this cigar because I'm like, I just
I was so excited in the beginning when you saw people just running along the decks. I was like, running in corridors. How neat is this?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if you don't have carpeted decks, it's gonna hurt when you fall. But
Yeah, but no, Rios cool as fuck, Captain.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little too cool. But hey, when we're getting our series with Rios and the Stargazer, assuming that it comes back after getting blown up, Picard goes to see Guinan. 10 forward in LA, which is a jazz blues bar.
I'm imagining Guinan just like feverishly searching to find me somewhere on Earth with a forward street that has a building address 10. Find me anywhere on Earth.
Yeah.
Because that's the only place I'm allowed to go.
Not crazy about her explanation for getting older.
That was kind of dumb.
We're real life here, like people get older.
Yeah.
But to be like, I chose to get older because people get weird when you don't. Well, they got weird back when you were
You've been doing this for 900 years
yeah,
or
like
something.
it's ridiculous.
No, it's different now. When you start doing these ticky-tacky explanations, you always end up paying for it like 20 years later, I feel like.
I don't know, Q nailed it.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to Q. I'm super excited about that. But also Guinan just being like, you know what? I'm kind of done with being alive. I'm gonna start dying now. Like that's a mood.
Yeah.
That's a mood. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, she's supposed to be more of a listener, and she just kept asking like similar questions, all about like his love interests, and then like we got a little bit about his backstory with his mom. That was wild. Like we got to see a British
British
observation room, which still looks dirty. Never got cleaned once. And she told him because she was getting abused by her husband to look up at the stars.
Yeah. So we're getting into this. We always knew Picard's dad was kind of an ass, but serial wife beater wasn't really.
I believe he was just giving speeches on how great the Picards were.
Yeah, right.
My ancestor captained the second ship behind Jacques Cartier.
My grandfather explored this, my other grandfather settlement this, and then my dad though he was dicked into shit.
Yeah, we don't
Drank a lot of wine.
Yeah.
You're gonna argue this, but I'm sorry. She got grabbed in the clip by her feet and dragged along the floor by a demon.
Yeah, because that's like the child's perception of this.
Every other thing was like realistic, and then there's just like, okay, I'm just watching one of those horror movies with possessions.
Yeah, it's symbolism, dude.
Sure it is.
It's symbolism, dude.
Sure
that was fun.
No, I laughed my ass off, and now I can't take this actual like spousal abuse seriously because she was dragged out by a demon. Now we're gonna find out the backstory of Picard's dad and how he's not fully human. He's like ethereal or something.
No, we did this once with Cisco, and we're not doing it again.
You and your linear thoughts.
Come find me.
So yeah, Gaius is like, hey, couldn't hook up with this girl, having performance issues. You're an android. See you later, slave girl. I'll miss you.
Sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Sponsored.
This, as lovely as it is not going to cut it. So, top shelf or hooch?
Hooch, I think.
Sorry, and brandy it is.
She wasn't doing so much the listener thing. She was more leading him somewhere she wanted him to be than letting him arrive there himself. But
He gave him too much space too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, you're you.
Mm-hmm.
You figure it out. Mm-hmm. You've been in danger. You've had your life on the line, but you've never had your heart on the line.
Except
after that one time.
That's that one. When you literally.
Yeah. I lost my heart. Oh, who was she? It was an Nausicaan from behind.
And you know what? Everyone's just okay with that because it's the future. Like you.
Like a little more explanation. Nausicaan from behind. It was in a pool billiards room. Alright, that's enough. That's enough information. I don't need more.
Billiards.
Yeah. Dumb job.
Mm-hmm.
Picard goes home, meets an admiral who was an ensign in TNG, the same actor but different character. Like, what?
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Gets a new comm badge. So
Yeah.
I'll just add this to my collection.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, hey, so your name's being mentioned again.
Yeah.
For me, I was getting Mikey flashbacks. I was getting Burnham flashbacks. I'm just like, oh, it's just gonna go all around them. But you know what? Show's called Picard.
Yeah.
If the show was called Burnham, I'd be like, well, this makes sense at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Yeah. Negotiations only with Picard. So he has to go to the Stargazer.
Ooh.
Soji's on a planet.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Ailea's planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're all bald.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, fashion is just not taken to the wig form.
No, they don't like it.
Agnes is at the bar getting hit on.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's not into it.
No.
She's not into fully
She's like,
functional
I got cleared of the charges of killing my last boyfriend.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm still not going to forgive you because you're a fucking lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
You're so many heads laughing, ha 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 ha, like you murdered him. You were not under the influence. You chose to do that. I don't trust her. I don't trust them. These Klingon bastards killed my son.
Yeah.
We've been touring the galaxy for over a year since the Federation ended the ban on synthetics, and in that time, I've learned one thing. You can't ask for trust through an interpreter. It needs to come from here.
Soji's just there, like, on a PR campaign, being like, androids aren't that bad. See, I'm drinking with you, too. I could snap your necks.
But, yeah, I guess she's also just being left at daycare for this season.
Yeah. Well, she was kind of the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
When it was supposed to be Picard in the first season.
Well,
she was
I guess her story's pretty much done. Like, I don't know if we're.
I assume she was going to tag along and be the new Data.
I guess since we're going back to like current Earth, pretty much, it's like 2 years from now.
Don't get
like
started
the
on
android and the
That's
aliens
when my
don't
complaining
really
starts.
fit.
That's
yeah.
When. Course set, Captain.
Dale. Make it so.
The pressure of legacy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gets picked up by Rios.
Yeah.
Goes to the ship.
Yeah. Translates some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else eventually shows up after the green anomaly is going crazy.
I wonder what the green anomaly could be.
Yeah.
If we were on lower decks, they'd be like, oh, it's green, so it's either Romulan or Borg, and we're pretty sure it's Borg.
Yeah. I thought the Borg ship looked cool.
Yeah, it did. This is the first time we've seen a funky Borg ship since, I think, Descent, when those kind of rogue Borg just had, whatever looking thing.
Yeah, when I first saw the Stargazer and we got some good shots of it, and it was like, really, guys, 4 nacelles, and then it's like, I saw the picture of the old Stargazer, I'm like, I guess that makes sense.
I knew you'd like this one. Like, we spent a lot of time ogling the ships.
Oh, I still felt like I needed more. And maybe you got my hopes up. You're just like, oh, lots of ship time, Jeff. I'm just like, He meant average ship time. Damn that man. He got me excited.
I mean, it's certainly more than we've been getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Picard's answering hail.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Borg Queen.
Yep.
It's all like,
who's the Borg Queen gonna be? His mom?
No.
That'd be super weird. She tells him to look up.
She does, that's weird.
Yeah.
Terrible theory. Why would you do that? No, this Borg Queen's just the Borg Queen, man.
Well, no, the Borg Queen is going to be some kind of reveal, or we wouldn't have bothered hiding the face.
Well, we know what she looks like. I've seen photos.
Okay.
She looks like this. Jeff just inserted a photo of her.
Mm-hmm.
Haha.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her outfit.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
Came there, so I was like, I want peace first, need power.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, maybe she just needs to charge.
I mean, yes, like something is definitely up with that. She's only stunning people. Like, you know, she's bothering to negotiate in the first place. She's actually sending herself.
Rios is telling everybody, stop firing, and it's like, they're still doing it, and everybody that fires gets stunned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
also, yeah, like all the main characters are just impervious to phaser shots.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that, like, that one battle in the last episode of, or the last season of Game of Thrones, where it's like everybody dies except the named characters.
This is so anti-Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Even Seven's there, and she's been all gung-ho. She's been using Rios' old ship and helping out the Rangers still.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the Spanish-speaking Rios holograms.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she's there and she's just like, oh, let's kill her. Let's fire. Let's kill the Borg. Do it fit. I'm like, you were on Voyager, man. Relax, chill, figure out this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Rios is the only one being calm. She's like, fuck, man. I guess you deserve a series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Broadcast to the fleet! All ships open fire on the Borg vessel!
I can't!
I thought it was weird though, like right away. He's like, no, you're not coming over. All right, battle stations. It's like, shouldn't he just talk?
Like that? Yeah, like I feel like they could have done something else. They could be like, okay, we'll send out a shuttle, and you and Picard can chill on the shuttle. Like that could be fine.
Yeah, a missed opportunity here. His name's Locutus.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But they're like, send us Picard. No, send you Locutus.
Yeah, that's what they call him.
They would have figured it too. They would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Starfleet would have been like, I think they mean you.
Yeah.
You know what Locutus is...
But then if they called him Locutus, then we wouldn't have been surprised that it was the Borg.
Yeah, I guess. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Picard said that Locutus was derivative of Latin, and that it means yo cute ass.
Yes.
The Borg Queen said that to him once.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when the Borg Queen's there, I'm just thinking like, oh, is this entire season being about his love life? Because the Borg Queen's his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Whether it's a different body or not.
Yeah.
Her consciousness just completely trans. So it's his ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got his current girlfriend, which he's kind of like, I can't really get involved. And
we're just not going to talk about Beverly.
No, she's going to show up.
Why?
She's going to show up in a Dixon Hill, 24th. Yeah.
Where's my Beverly? They deserve to be happy together. And I don't think it's going to happen.
That's never going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Even though they're supposed to get married.
They are.
And divorced.
Yeah.
And then he gets old, but he's not as old as he is now.
Yeah. So there's still time.
So they fight her.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Ship gets blown up because Picard's like, well, I don't get how she's taking over all the ships.
Well, she's getting the prefix codes and shit.
Super Wi-Fi.
Yeah, super hella Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I'm sorry about hey, other ships.
Mm-hmm.
Change your codes.
Someone
why isn't Picard? Why isn't Mr. Android Picard? He's doing data and he's like, yeah, I'll change the code right now.
He doesn't have the super abilities. They gave him purposefully a super nerfed body.
No, he got the exact same body that they were gonna use, except they just didn't give him the Windows 90.
Yeah, he didn't get the patch update.
Look up. 3, 2, 1.
Ship blows up. Back to the observation lounge.
Oh.
And he's just like, oh, it's full of rubble. It's rubble the entire thing. Nobody cleaned it up ever.
Yeah. And we're in some kind of mirror universe.
Wow, it's a very Terran looking one because you see weapons and armor instead of like his other stuff.
We're much darker in our clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also saw a picture of Château Picard, but also a picture from the TNG episode of the same painting in the background.
Oh.
So I was just like, wow, that's good because that was on their wall, but it's also on his wall, except it would have got burnt in the fire.
Well, I mean, this is a totally different timeline, so who knows?
No, this was like earlier in the episode before the...
Oh, okay. Well, maybe just...
Because I was just like, oh, that's good. That's cool continuity, except it'd be burnt in the fire.
Yeah, maybe made a new one.
He has an android, Harvey. It's one of those weird androids that killed everybody on Mars.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. And Q shows up.
Yeah, and they did this exactly the way.
I knew he was showing up because when the ship's about to blow up, you're just getting some like classic music playing. I was like, that's a sign. That's it. That's what's happening.
Yeah, so we did this exactly the way that everyone expected them to do and thought that it was the right way to do it. You'd like de-aged Q shows up and he's just like, damn, you got old. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh dear, you're a bit older than I imagined. Let me catch up. There, now we're even. Q.
He looked so good. That was some great de-aging.
Yeah,
I guess it helped that like he didn't have to do a lot. He was just standing still.
Yeah. It was just
I was
very
just like,
brief.
I was just like, but I've seen John Delancey in real life. He's not that young anymore.
Yeah.
But he looks amazing.
Yeah.
Did he dye his hair? Why would they dye? Oh, okay, Jeff. Back to the show. Figure it out.
No, they did a great job with that. I went back and looked at it a couple times. That was awesome.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I wasn't implying anything.
Okay.
All right.
I know that.
So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Yeah, really good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. Give me more Q.
Yeah. 2024, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh.
I feel like that's just like we don't have a budget. We're just gonna shoot around LA.
I think we're in LA in 2024 to do the Bell riots, right?
There's no way they're doing the Bell riots.
Has consequences.
I want you to remove an obstacle.
21st century Earth is so intense. But I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Do you see Rios in jail or whatever, or on a prison bus, and Seven's arresting him, and
Although I guess we've already traveled back in time to fix the Bell riot, so having them do it too, it would be a little weird.
Hey, you know what? If they do happen, what happens if Picard runs into Cisco?
A suspiciously older Cisco.
Yes. And he's gonna punch him and he's like, android face hurts my hand. Yeah, Cisco's just like, I chose to get older back in time when I tried.
yeah, there we go.
You don't understand, Benjamin. Q's messing with me. Did you try hitting him? Worked for me.
Yeah.
No, he just keeps coming back. I was just like, did you talk to the TNG lower decks crew? They're just like, screw off. We don't want your shit. It's an opportunity to bring Cisco and Bashir in, I guess.
This is certainly sleeker than my Stargazer. The older these refits get, the younger they look, unlike myself.
It was a good first episode. My only problems were the guy in the explanation and the bad love writing. But I'm fully on board for Laris as his love interest because
she needs to be sassier.
They gave up on like Beverly being the love interest. So maybe Q fixes this all by the end, I would assume.
Probably.
But I do feel this whole season's going to be about Picard's love life.
Yeah, we're doing this season is going to be a tapestry mixed with all good things kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, it should be a fun ride. It already looks like it's going to be fun. And we're getting Q in a lot of episodes, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.